Alright, today we're going to be going over our display for the Malibu boats and just kind of going over the setups of what we have here available. We're going to start from the left to right. Here we have our analog switch. The analog allows you basic functions that are just real quick to get to. One is going to be your surf option, which is going to be right, left, center. You can also control your speed here by pressing up or down, and also channels here left to right, and then volumes for the stereo as a normal volume switch. On the bottom you're going to have your wedge, which you can control up or down, which makes this a very quick, easy way to get through some basic functions that you use pretty much all the time you're on the boat. And you got your cradle here for your smartphone, and it's adjustable to fit any size phone. Coming into the display on the dash here, this is all touchscreen, digital, everything's real simple to use, real quick to get to. Top left you're going to have your feet, that's going to be your depth. You also have a night button on the far left bottom. Zero off, which is the orange one here. That one's going to allow you to go from paddle wheel to GPS. This is going to be your miles per hour. And then you also have your surf gate here as well, which is completely touchscreen. Left, right, center. Engine temperature, oil pressure, and then coming back up you're going to have your hours on the boat. You're also going to have your cruise control or speed control here, which is really easy as well. You just press, and then over here you can press up or down, and it moves just by barely even touching the screen. Turn that back off. You're going to have your ballast system here. The nice thing about this is it's all visual, so you don't really have to know port, starboard, center, and all of that. You can actually just look and click and know that that's where you're going to go. You have an empty button, and then also percentages here that allow you to pick a percentage that you would like to do. You can hit drain, fill, or stop. And you can do that for any of the ballast systems here to 100%. On this part you're going to have your depth gauge also, so you'll have your air temp and then your water temperature, and then it'll also show you a depth and kind of give you like a little image of the bottom of the water. Going back into ballast here, you also have your wake button here. This also allows you to fill and drain, and once again this is also for the wedge as well, where you can control it or store it. So you can do basic functions here as well. You're going to have your presets here. The presets can hold over 200 presets. So you can create whatever you want for individual rider by name or by style or by whatever you want. And we do have some basic functions here, which is like the go home button. Basically what that does is it pretty much empties the entire system, puts the blade back, puts the gates back, and just basically sets the boat up to just put everything back the way it was so you can go home. So instead of emptying each ballast tank and putting back the surf gate and putting up the wedge, you press the go home button and it allows you to basically do all of those functions with one press of a button. And then we also have our media, and the media is set up for cameras, so this system can actually take cameras developed that were designed to work directly with the dash for the Malibu, and you have the PDF, the video, dash camera, and stuff like that. Then we can come back over to this screen here, and we're just going to keep on moving forward, going across the screen to the right. You're going to have your direction, north, east, west, and you're also going to have volts, which is really good to know when you're running a stereo and things like that. You're going to have your fuel, which you can see we kind of need some, and then we're also going to have another part here where you can actually control the wedge. So once again on the left you've got your surf gate, which is really easy, left, right. And then on your right you have your wedge, which is once again very simple to get to and right in front of your face, and it's not very complicated to work with. And then we're going to have once again up here on the top right, which is the go home button. That basically makes sure that everything goes back to the way that it was, which would be the putting everything back, the ballast, the tanks, everything, the wedge, and the surf gates. And we're going to go over here, and you have your dock. And then one other thing in the presets is, like I explained to you in here, once you set up your rider by weight and the ballast tanks, and you know exactly where they're performing the best at, with how much water they have, where they want the wedge set, depending on how far down or up they want it. Once that's done and you press new and you create this new rider in here, it will automatically fill all the tanks, adjust the wedge, and do everything for that rider, even control his speed and everything that you program for that person. Right now there's only 6 in here, but you can do well over 200. That's pretty much the Malibu dash. And then you come over here to the Rockford Fosgate setup. So the Rockford Fosgate setup is going to do everything for your stereo system, where you can control directly from right here. Also within this, you are going to be able to control your lighting. So interior lighting, it'll light up a color. It actually will show you on the screen as it's lit or not lit. You have the tower lights. So this is the G4 tower. So this one has the full LED display inside, where the LED lighting is actually built into the tower. Anchor light, which you can do separately, or if you press nav light, it automatically turns on both the tower light and the navigation light, because they both need to be on when you're out on the water past dusk. You have your docking light as well. So the docking lights are the ones that are below the rub rail that look forward for when you're coming into the dock. Down below you're going to have your blower, and you're also going to have two bilge, the forward and the AFT bilge, which allows you to control from back and from the front, depending on how you're draining. We also do have a map system that comes with this. In order to make this function work, most dealerships do not provide it, but you must purchase it, and it is the GPS system that controls the map itself, that allows it to document and show you where you're at, so you can zoom in and see the lake that you're on or the delta as you travel it. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for joining us here at Sporting Edge Ski and Marine, and we'll see you later.